Ooh,
Welcome to Kenjamin Art.
we are back.
We're doing it.
We are back with more mother heckin' Pokemon streams.
We're doing some Fakemon today, and it's really cool because we are basing them off of Celtic myths.
Well, not just Celtic myths.
There are others in the book that we grabbed from.
Then we used this book that's one of my favorite books, and yes, we sound fantastic. I made sure, Kenji.
Marvelous, thank you.
I know you were panicked for a second.
Panic!
It's the book I grabbed. It's been on my shelf for a long time. I really love this book. Highly recommend it. It's a new dictionary of fairies by Morgan Dalmer. Love her content. Love her books. Welcome, Sierra. Welcome to the chat.
Welcome.
Welcome, friends. Yeah, so the idea I pitched to Ken, because we were like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? And Ken and I had both a bunch of ideas, and I'm like, I handed this book to him, and I'm like, dude, we should come up with some new fairy types based off of real fairies.
Because, you know what? We will harp on this until the day we die.
Yes.
Pokemon Sword and Shield do better. So we decided that we're going to do better for them today.
It was definitely a missed opportunity where they could have done
yeah.
a lot of cool, like, fairy myths and stories. And they do include some of those things from, like, Japanese and Chinese folklore and mythology.
Yeah.
And we just love to see more of it.
Yeah.
So, Ken's got a list of just 6 today.
I figured maybe go a little more in depth, do a little more rendering, maybe do a little bit more than just one and done. Really flush out the Fakemon today.
And so, did you want me to roll a d6? I've got a d6 right here.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Okay.
You ready to get started then?
Let's do it.
Start with number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
The number of death.
Dip. Then we are starting with circumambulating.
What is this?
Circumambulating is more of a concept in this book that I was perusing. It's kind of the idea of like movement is magic. So like going around a circle like clockwise or counterclockwise to either make or break a seal kind of thing. A lot of what it was talking about was movement was dance. So I thought like a little dancing fairy would be great. There was kind of a couple different ideas to it. Like it could either be like like a compass or like a clock kind of idea about like moving. So I thought I'd play around with the concept a little.
There's a lot of dancing Pokemon.
There are, and I thought it'd be fun to make another one.
I think that's awesome because when you talk about like fairy types, there are not enough fairy type Pokemon IMHO. I think that there needs to be a million times more. I mean, it's one of the newer, like, quote unquote, newer types of a Pokemon. When you're an old school first gener like me, hey, welcome to the chat, Rachel.
Hey,
welcome.
Welcome.
So, like, if you're old school first gener like me, they never have a fairy type in the original.
Yeah.
And it definitely was to circumnavigate against, like, psychic types and dark types and ghost types. Ken was going through this book. A lot of fairies in, especially Celtic mythology, are ghost stories, because in a lot of Celtic mythology, the realm of the dead is the fairylands. And so, let me pull up this thing you have in the book. Oh, here we go. And I can read what it says in here, if you'd like me to.
Yeah, if you want to.
You know, I'm really good at reading things when I'm supposed to do it on stream. Yeah, I've been well known to read things very accurately.
It's Michael Flatley Pokemon.
Hey, you do those
no,
great
I'm not really
Gen
doing
I
that.
One Eyes.
Thank you.
Lord of the Dance.
Lord of the Dance, Michael Flatley.
Oh my God! Way to age us. Way to age us. Those ads were like fucking everywhere in the 90s.
Like Michael Flatley and Enya, you know?
Yes.
Like, when were they gonna get together? Like, I'm tired of this will they won't they stuff.
Who knows? You don't know who she's got living in her castle with her. So,
Fair.
in the book,
Circumambulate.
Circumambulating. That is how you say that.
Yep.
The idea of movement and magic has significance is, of course, an old one and can be found in both folklore, or folk magic, and folklore. In witchcraft, we see this reflected in the idea of casting a circle, and in some forms of modern traditional witchcraft in casting the compass. And we also find the idea in references to early modern witchcraft, which involved the idea of moving directionally around the space, either diesel, clockwise, or Tothiel, I've never heard of that term, counterclockwise. Yeah. I always heard it as, oh shit, now I'm forgetting all my wicca wicca wah language. Hey, we got an explicit shark. Welcome.
Hey, shark, how's it going?
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Maybe I'll stop reading the textbook shit for a second and I'll bore everyone to tears. It was diesel and, God.
Swathel or something?
No, that's what it says in the book,
okay.
But in the Wicca Wicca Wah that I learned when I did a Wicca in my early 20s.
Did a Wicca once?
Yeah. I did do a Wicca a couple of times. Because it was the only thing on the market in the early 2000s. Back when I got into witchcraft. Yeah, it basically means like how you cast a circle moving clockwise or counterclockwise. Going to counterclockwise, the idea is because the earth rotates in a clockwise fashion. If you go, it's Widdershins, that's the right word.
Widdershins?
Yeah.
Widdershins sounds like a fantastic Pokemon name.
I mean, this could be the name of our Pokemon, it's Widdershins.
They could be, yeah.
Because it is a name of movement. It's going against, going counterclockwise is what Widdershins means. It means that to like kind of move against the energy.
Gotcha.
What?
Okay, so I'm kind of thinking like let me add a little touch of color.
Are we just spitballing, kind of just doing some? Okay.
I'm mostly just spitballing at the moment here. Because like I said, I want to.
This is pretty fabulous.
A little bit more.
This little friend.
Why is this turning black on that? Hang on, that's probably why. There we go. I was kind of thinking like a compass for this, like a compass needle was my initial idea. Like,
that is very Pokemon.
Yeah.
That is very Pokemon. Why don't I just turn this weird inanimate object
Exactly.
into a Pokemon? A set of keys, this trash can, whatever. It's a Pokemon now.
Yeah. So like just the idea of like a Pokemon like as like a compass being kind of the dancer, the mover, or what have you, seemed kind of interesting to me. So.
Well, there's like the spinny one. What was that name? Spinada? I can't remember. Spinda? The
oh
Pokemon
yeah, the little panda with the spinny eyes.
Yeah. But yeah, the concept
Spinda.
is.
Yeah, I think it is Spinda.
Yeah. The concept is like, again, if you go counterclockwise, you're going and disrupting the energy in the circle, and so like. Back when I did a Wicca, you couldn't walk counterclockwise. Let's say you drop something on your right-hand side, you drop something on your left. You would have to go all the way around the circle clockwise.
Wow.
Or is that clockwise? I mean,
On
no,
your
it would be the
left-hand
opposite.
side?
It would be if I dropped something on my right, I'd have to go all the way around the circle to the left and then go and then pick it up. Too, so I couldn't go even reaching like towards the counterclockwise was considered bad, and it's just I know I always joke around because sometimes I'll like when I do introductions like in some of my events I will go purposefully counterclockwise. I'm like I'm just a dirty heathen, whatever, go counterclockwise, break the rules. Yeah, this is interesting. Like I like because we talked about fairy types. And here you just took this concept from this fairy book. I'll read some more here in just a second. Hey, we got Christina. Welcome.
Hey.
Good to see you, my friend.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us live. But also, like, because even though it's just this concept rather than a specific type of fairy, you have other fairy types on your list, right?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
like
We're just starting on a weird one.
Yeah, we are. Because, like, this was kind of more the conceptual thing. There are some that are more, like, based on actual, like, mythoses and, like legends and people.
Gotcha.
So, yeah,
Gotcha. I know this dictionary is pretty thorough. Again, the book I've been using, it's a new dictionary of fairies by Morgan Dalmer. I really love her. She's a really great author. Really love her stuff. So yeah, I mean, I can see for this Pokemon, if it's going clockwise, it like builds up energy, and maybe if it goes counterclockwise, maybe it steals energy from.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little dark type. Maybe it's a fairy god dark type. We got Rachel in the chat saying, "I never understood that. It drove me crazy going clockwise. I felt stronger going counterclockwise." I knew this one witchcraft group that had like this news article thing that they did. They tried to go really out there and they called it Widdershins because they're kind of going against the grain. They were going breaking the rules from the Wicca Wah, the traditionalists of Wicca. And again, I'm dating myself. And but yeah, I was like, if you talk about being a Jack Mormon, to do Widdershins, to do like stuff in Widdershins is being a bad Wicca. Yeah. A bad Wicca. I don't do Wicca anymore. I do witchcraft, but I'm a dirty heathen now. So the same idea as
you put a spell on me.
Ooh, and now you're mine. Because I married you.
Yeah. I could, it was either that or like Sinatra reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So let me read a little bit more.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they talk about like graveyards or holy wells that are first circled 3 times, going clockwise or diesel before entering. So there's like there is a lot of like, and especially when dealing with fairies, going clockwise, counterclockwise. There's the whole thing about like putting on your clothes inside out to prevent fairies from like trying to possess you. It's just kind of doing things in a like movement is like moving the energy was always a thing about fairies as well, especially in like Ireland and the British Isles. I will tell you right now, if you wear your clothes inside out in front of me, I'm just gonna think you're just going for a cool fashion trend. I'm not gonna judge,
I mean, we also, if you really want to go a super 90s for it, we grew up through the pop sensation, hip-hop pop sensation of Crisscross, who wore their pants backwards.
And it was so trendy that the Looney Tunes characters copied them. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the Tiny Toons, I think, because they did like the whole MTV spoof episodes. And I think they made fun of that, didn't they?
I think Tiny Toons, but I remember like the not Tiny Toons, the Greater Toons, if you will. and because I remember Bugs Bunny would like, because the fly would be on his back, so his tail would go outside the fly.
I don't quite recall that.
Yeah, Tasmanian Devil and Bugs Bunny with their hats backwards and their jeans on backwards. Yeah, oh yeah. So the book also says movement circles and scenes for a variety of purposes, including taking oaths, enchantments, breaking spells, and protective magic. There's lots of ballads and stories of a person circling or moving around a place or person in order to cast magic on them. Yeah, like different What's this little guy?
Okay, so how many freaking turtles are there in Pokemon?
Not enough.
Exactly.
Not enough.
Exactly. There's so many turtles, and that fits the lore of Pokemon, is that Arceus created all these Pokemon, and it was just trying to make a turtle. That's all it was trying to do, was just make a turtle.
I didn't know that Pokemon lore.
Yeah. So I was thinking, what about like a compass turtle? Like we could have like a little dancer guy, but like what if I expand on the idea, kind of keeping like the whole compass thing, like spinning around, because then a turtle with a little spin attack, that'd be really adorable, especially as like a compass. I think I like that route. I want to play around with compass turtle a little bit more.
Well, there's turtles in a lot of Chinese and Japanese mythology.
The turtle of slaughter, correct?
The turtle of slaughter, yes. They're connected, like there's animals connected with each of the quarters, which actually does go back into Wicca. For those that don't know, the modern witchcraft revival was a lot of like rich white dudes, believe it or not, who were all like
They're
Colo-
crazy, right?
capitalistic colonialists who were stealing stuff from other cultures and then putting it into their like fertility cult, but like they just got really horny, really horny fertility cults, and had a great time. Cue Aleister Crowley. Um, but there's a whole idea of calling the quarters in Wicca,
Yeah.
and that actually comes from esoteric Taoism, calling in the quarters, and these different animals that you would call. I believe the turtle is to the north. I'm still refamiliarizing myself with a lot of esoteric Taoism and learning a lot more cool things about it. It's fucking cool. I really fucking love it. But yeah, the tortoise is considered to be a very important animal in Chinese and then retrospectively Japanese mythology, because Japan was founded by a Chinese wizard.
Which is the coolest fucking thing. Like, I know, like, our Japanese friends probably won't really love having that bit of their history reminded, because I know there's not a lot of love lost between China and Japan.
It depends.
Depends, yeah.
Depends on the person.
Just knowing, like, that the grave of, like, this Chinese wizard has been found in Japan.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cool.
The first emperor of China had this wizard who was basically like, because the first emperor of China was trying to find a cure for immortality, and so he had all these Taoists trying to look up different herbs, look up different things, and this guy was fucking smart. He's like, I need to get the fuck out of here before this guy decides to like murder me and like throw me in a tomb or something. I don't know. Like, this guy's getting kind of crazy. And so he told him, he's like, I've had this vision. The cure you're looking for like the way to find immortality. I need 1,000 people, 1,000 men.
3,000.
It's like it's 1,000 or 3,000. I can't remember.
That's splitting hairs at this point, I suppose.
Yeah. I need a very large group of men and women, and we are going to get on a ship, and we are going to go off into the east. And we'll find it, and we'll come back on our great journey. And they didn't come back, and they founded Japan. They basically found the islands of Japan.
Yeah.
And founded it. The native people of Japan are the Ainu people. Yep. And so, yeah, they kind of took their land and claimed it for themselves.
Yep.
We got Christina in the chat saying, I went to a Wicca ritual once with another ex-Mormon, and after we left, she goes, that's just sacrament, but for elements.
You know, it's the weirdest thing, because so many like ex-Mormons I've known have turned to Wicca just because of how familiar it is.
Yeah.
And honestly, all Mormonism is anyway is Freemasonry.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, there you go.
Freemasonry and modern witchcraft share a lot together, because most of these people doing the modern witchcraft revival were all Freemasons. Yep. And the Freemasons stole a bunch of their rituals from other people, again, colonialists.
Yeah.
No new ideas under the sun, but who knows. But so I like the idea, because the turtle shells too were also used as a form of divination in ancient China. The original I Ching was, this is the stream where Stephanie info dumps a lot of shit about fairies. Hold on tight, everybody.
Hold on tight. You're going to get Steph's hyperfixations.
You're going to get so much info dumped. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. But the original it wasn't I Ching. Kind of. So China had a few different forms of divination before I Ching, with like the coins and the poetry and stuff, became the most popular, what most people think of when they think of like getting a reading done by somebody who does divination in Asia. And it comes from Taoism, but they would take a tortoise shell, minus the tortoise, sorry. And
how dare you?
they would put fire on the bottom, and where there were cracks, they would find characters, and this was very, very early form of writing, which was much more spirally, and so they used it on multiple sides, and you could basically, for each little section of the tortoise shell, that you could get a different reading that come out of it. Some people did see compasses though with tortoise shells. Yeah, so I think you're totally onto it, because I think it would absolutely hit like the Asian influence with like, you know, people in Japan talking about tortoise shells being compasses and a form of divination.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fairies in Chinese and Japanese mythology. It's really fucking cool. Ugh, I'm gonna info dump so fucking hard. Oh my god.
I kind of like that too. Like,
you're not dropping that compass on the forehead. What if it's on the shell?
Well, that was kind of what I had done initially. Was the shell.
Animorty!
Animorty!
Welcome to the chat.
Welcome.
I'm here for the hyperfixation, where Stephanie info dumps so much lore about fairies and shit. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Ken's working off of a concept rather than a specific fairy.
Circumambulating.
About the idea of like movement using magic. This is very, very common in a lot of like fairy culture and fairy lore, especially in the British Isles and throughout Northern Europe. Let me see here.
Because we can do better at coming up with different fairy type than Game Freak did for Gen 8. Just putting it out there.
Oh, actually, so yeah, here's the compass. There are examples from the Ballad of Tam Lin, where the variously named protagonist uses holy water to create a protective circle or compass around herself, apparently to avoid detection by a fairy raid.
This isn't Twitch. We can't raid another channel.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so much information. I'm not going to read all of this. Yeah, they give a lot of examples. This book is really cool. Again, I'm using the New Dictionary of Fairies by Morgan Dalmer. I really, really love her book. Yeah, here they talk about Widdershins. Widdershins means to go counterclockwise, while Diesel means to go clockwise. Yes. In these examples of healing, we see Widdershins movements being used to remove illnesses and work cures on ill people. See, it's not bad, fucking Wicca. Resulting in a positive outcome for the patient. As previously mentioned, Widdershins motions were associated with entering fairy as well. So if you wanted to go into like a fairy circle, please don't do this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how to do it, but don't fucking do it, friends. Don't fucking do it. Don't just jump into a circle of fairy mushrooms. You actually have to walk around counterclockwise 3 times and then jump in. But don't fucking do it.
Here I was thinking you'd had to like consume the shrooms or something.
There's a little bit of that, but don't eat the food from fairy. I mean, absolutely eat the food.
Consume the shroom.
Consume the food.
That's a nice rhyme. I like that. Consume the shroom, baby.
From fairy, definitely food that fairies give you is safe. It's
Totally,
not bad.
right?
It's not dangerous. I am definitely not repeating fairy propaganda. Hey, Animorty's loving this.
Awesome.
I think this is a very fun, silly little guy. I like the one in the corner, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like the big chin, but that
This
little guy with the little grump face, that reminds me more of fairy type. Like this one that you're working on with, that looks more like maybe a fighter or water type.
Yeah, like I was definitely kind of. Oh, this is definitely gonna have to be like a dual type or something.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking like take a little inspiration from like Blastoise, but like maybe just more like the compass kind of vibes. But I don't know. We're feeling it out. Like I kind of like the one in the middle the most so far, with the little the compass needle on its head. But
this is definitely one of those weird Pokemon. They're like, why a compass? This would be Stephanie, who's like talking about like, why the fuck did they did a compass for a fairy type Pokemon?
Yeah.
And then I look into him like, God damn it, I'm an asshole.
Like why fucking car keys, man?
Widdershrin's also seen with a hexing and negative magic, but also used for healing purposes. Everything comes down to intention when it comes to magic, and I think that that's the biggest lesson and takeaway. Oh, I see that. That kind of looks more like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
You know, a little bit. I think this buddy here in the center.
Everyone, we got Christina saying, I like the one in the middle's expression.
Yeah. The middle buddy's the one that I'm gonna focus on here.
Okay.
Really
goodbye, other little
that.
guy.
Oh, I didn't kill them or anything. They're still there. I just duplicated the layer.
Thank you. Thank you for not murdering my son. Yeah, I mean, I probably would give it shit. I'm like, what the fuck, a compass? It's like nose pass.
Yeah, exactly.
I will not let myself, I will not forgive myself on that one. Oh, we got Rachel. Middle is super cute. Everybody's liking this one. Okay, you had the right. You knew what the people wanted, Kenji, and that's the more important thing.
I've got my finger on the pulse.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, if you know much about Pokemon, I know some of you may or may not, but if you have a favorite fairy type Pokemon, I would like to know.
Let us heckin' know.
I would like to know which one it is. Kenji, do you have a fairy? Don't stop drawing.
No, sorry.
Think and draw. I'm sorry, we don't have a camera on Ken, but he legit did the cute boy where he leaned off to one side and put his finger up to his cheek. It was very cute.
My favorite fairy type, gosh. Haterne is ding-dang adorable. I really love Haterne.
Yeah, she's in a relationship with Mischievous.
That's right.
Like, they're the two lesbians of the Pokemon world. It's
Absolutely.
So cute. We got Sierra saying Gordevar.
Gordevar's a cutie.
Yeah, I like Cutie Fly.
Oh, Cutie Fly is really good.
Holy fucking shit, it decimated your
Coral.
nibblings.
Yeah.
Or nieces, excuse me, nieces.
You absolutely destroyed Coral's
Yes, with one Cutie Fly.
One Cutie Fly is all it took.
I love her. I love her so much. But there's not enough. There's not enough fairy type, and that's why I also wanted to pitch this. And of course, anytime I get to info dump about fucking fairies. Yeah, I understand if you don't know. I'm sorry, Rachel.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Dashboon for the shark. That's a good one. I forgot that was fairy type. I thought it was just normal type. But it's a bun. It's a dog that looks like bread.
Yes.
And it's
Can't go
amazing.
wrong with that.
Yeah. I guess that would make sense for being a fairy type and not just like a normal type. I mean, there are lots of dogs that do look like loaves of bread, especially like corgis.
Oh, yeah, 1000%.
But like, if it's actually bread, you know, I can understand how. I know you said you wanted to take your time, but we're already 30 minutes in, Kenji, and I actually want to talk about some of these other fairies.
I have settled on the design, so I'm just finalizing the bit for this one.
Yeah. We're doing a little bit timing different today, so I'm not trying to be on Kenji's butt or anything.
Didn't want to like go too crazy with all the research today. So I'm just kind of playing it by ear because I wanted to really flush out like my design work more than just like gotta get it out, gotta get one and done.
Yeah. Which I mean, you can get through those designs really fast. You are a very fast creator.
That's really honestly because we've been doing stream for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Is that like putting yourself into a position where you have to create quickly really helps speed up your process.
100%.
Like, I know, shout out to Bleckvoot. Bleck will do like half-hour animation challenges for themselves, and that's really improved the speed at which they are able to create as well. And, you know, I co-sign that 100%. Like, working, streaming and everything, like, that's really improved my speed at which I'm able to create.
You know, Shark and Sierra, I totally agree. Bread is good, and you can't go wrong with bread.
Oh, it's Steph has been making homemade bread a lot lately, and oh, it's so good. Oh, I had homemade bread French toast this morning. Oh, oh my God, it was divine.
Because I was asking, I'm like, oh, I haven't made French toast in a long time because I kind of messed up on my loaf. I added too much flour. Whoopsies. So it's a little bit thicker and denser than like my normal potato bread that I've been making him. And I was like, well, it's been a while since I've made French toast. Would you like some? And he's like, can it be tomorrow already?
Yeah. I want to go to sleep so it can be tomorrow already, and I can have tasty things in my tummy.
And you did. I made you so much. And it was very delicious.
Hell yeah, it was.
I do love homemade bread. I do cheat and I have a bread machine, but it just makes the dough fucking perfect every single time. Oh my God, this expression. This reminds me of Master.
Oogway?
Yeah, Mr. Oogway.
Yeah,
That's a Master
yeah.
Oogway chin. That's really good.
I admit I was drawing on inspiration from Master Oogway and How to Train Your Panda. Or How to Train Your Panda! Jesus Christ! Kung Fu Panda! Oh my God! Wow!
That was the perfect mashup up, Kenji.
Oh my God!
That's
come
the
on,
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks, make it happen.
That's a DreamWorks wet dream come true.
Oh my God! How to Train Your Panda! Fuck the Pokemon stream. Let's make that happen. Oh my God! It's fucking hilarious.
Oh man. In our chat, we've got Sierra. I've made homemade bagels. I have too. They're really good. Rachel, I've been making in bread too. I need potato bread recipe. I don't have a bread machine. I just use the I just went off of Google and it's like Dad's potato bread machine recipe, and it's pretty good. I really like it. Rachel says, "How to Train Your Panda." That's epic. That is such a mash 'em up.
Yes.
Like,
It needs to happen now.
How to Train Your Panda. Master Oogway is one of my favorite characters. It's very cute.
You know, I'm feeling this. This feels like a really good Pokemon to me.
Yeah, that's a good Pokemon.
Hell yeah. All right. You want to roll up another?
I do.
Okay.
Number 6.
Number 6 is Gilly Dub.
Gilly Dub.
Let's see.
But I don't like
Right.
Dubs.
This one was like the dark lad of the forest kind of thing, because in like Celtic culture for it, they'll describe it like a dark-haired lad, or like a red, like a red woman as being like a red-haired woman kind of idea. So this was kind of like a bit of a hermit kind of person who was helpful. Like it could have been a human being. More than likely, the myth was based on a person, but just like someone who lives in the woods, who's very helpful to humans if they are indeed fae, and like in attire of like the foliage around them. So it's just kind of like this helpful hermit, if you will. So
this is a Scottish fairy tale.
Scottish.
Yeah, he's the Gilly Dub, which is a Scottish fairy. There's some people, like as I'm reading through this, as you're talking about it, some say that he was more of a human than a fairy, but like again, in Irish, Celtic, Scottish, Irish, all of them islands, that the realm of the dead was the realm of the fae. And to go to the other worlds was to go to the realm of the fae, which is the realm of the dead. And that's why I'm like, don't jump in the fairy circle, honey. You're not gonna have a good time. You're not gonna have a good time. So even though he says he was a human, because there's lots of myths and stories about like fairy abductions, about how humans would be taken over to the fairy side and then brought back, and a long period of time has passed, or no time had passed, or they completely changed. They maybe left a changeling or a fetch in their stead. There's like lots of different stories of different fae and fae folk. And so imagine that a weird hermit guy who is pretty cool might get some weird people telling stories and myths. Makes me think of that meme. It's like, I don't want to have a career. I want to be a local legend.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Maybe become a hermit or like a cryptid.
I just want to run into the woods and become a local legend. Like, that's what I want. And I think the Gilly Dub did that. Yeah, it literally means dark lad.
Mm-hmm.
Or servant.
Yeah.
But dark refers to the hair color and not the temperament or nature. Well, and that goes into the Pictish people. So, yeah. In the movie Secret of Ronan-ish, they kind of talk about it too. When they refer to someone being dark, they refer to someone being like dark-haired. Mm-hmm. And that's because the native people of Ireland, before they were kind of overrun by the Anglo-Saxons, the Germanic tribes that eventually came and overtook the British Isles, which is why every time the England needs a new king, they go to Germany because they're all Germans. But the native indigenous people were the Pictish people, and they were considered, like, they were described as being very short and with dark hair. And that's why every now and then, like native indigenous, like, Pictish people, like, every now and like one kind, you get like one that pops up in like a generation where they're incredibly short or they've got dark hair, and that would be considered like a dark one. And being of dark hair meant immediately, because they associated a lot of the fairies with the land, is that to be Pictish was to be fairy and to be fae as well. I have a dear friend, my friend Levi, who's very short and has dark hair and comes from that part of the world, and they are 100% Pictish. Like, that's their background. Yeah. And it is strange. Like, it's just one of those kind of hereditary things where every now and then you'll just get one person who pops out who's just short little guy with dark hair. I love this little guy. Oh my gosh.
But I'm asking myself, can I push the design a little bit more?
Oh my gosh.
Like, does the design need to get pushed more?
This reminds me of, what's his face, the hermit from Stardew Valley.
Oh, yeah. It kind of does look like Linus.
Linus, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like a younger Linus. Yeah.
Sierra's learning so much. I'm glad. More info dump. Let's see here.
You know what? Don't mess with perfection. One and done on this one, baby. I actually really like this direction.
It's really cute. I really like that.
For this friendo, that means I'm just going to have a little more time to render them.
Let's see here. Looking through the book. His preferred home is birch groves, of which he is the special guardian, and one might surmise that it is the leaves of the tree that he prefers to dress. Oh, so if you're gonna do birch colors, maybe white, and little birch cones, what those look like?
I do not know what birch cones look like.
They're just tiny. They're like this big. Okay. They're really tiny.
Those are gonna be hidden by the foliage.
No, those are nuts. This is not a nut-bearing tree. It's not a nut-bearing tree. It's a conifer. It's a deciduous conifer, Kenji.
Pardon me. Excuse me for using the wrong tree joke for
D's nuts.
D's nuts. Yes.
And that would be cool to put like maybe some crisscrossies on him for like a birch.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah, the aspen looks like eyes. Those ones are the creepy ones, are aspen trees. Birch trees are just lined, and the bark always peels off. Here's some folklore. Here's some more shit about fucking birch trees. There's a whole rune about it. It's Berkana. It's because birch trees, and there is an ogham about it. I believe it's Selah. No, that's willow. I can't remember birch tree. I think it's Beth. I think it's Beth. Is the birch tree ogham. Beith. But birch trees are the first tree that grows after a forest fire, and they're considered nursery trees because their foliage is really loose, You think of something that's really devastating, all these things have died, but the birch trees come in first, and then they create these very loose foliaged groves, and they generally tend to grow from like one singular tree, like one mother tree, and they're like have tap roots, kind of like bamboo does. So they all are interconnected, and they don't speak through the mycelium like how a lot of other trees do.
They speak through the Lorax.
They speak through the Lorax, but they all are like interconnected. And so in the runic tradition, it's kind of associated with like motherhood, expansion, growth, healing. Birch trees and willow trees are the derivative of most painkillers, because people would chew on the bark. So I can imagine like maybe having like a healing type move for this Pokemon.
Ooh, yeah.
But the reason why they're considered nursery trees is because they protect new things growing in their groves. So like little new baby plants that need a lot of sunlight but can't grow can grow inside birch trees. Yeah, and there's certain types of mushrooms that only grow on birch trees. I think it's chaga. I could be wrong about that. I believe chaga grows on mushrooms, and that one's known for a lot of medicinal healing.
Cool.
Including memory loss.
Oh, interesting.
Chaga some good shit.
You want to hit that good chaga, man? Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel says it's cute. They're so cool. Birch trees are my favorite. Willow's mine. I love willow. Willow's one of my favorites. Birch trees. Willow. I have a willow branch that I use for a hair stick nearly every day. I like it a lot. I like willow. I think they're really pretty and they're very graceful, and don't plant them by your water supply, otherwise you will regret it. But they're great for like next to water resources, and I used to work in horticulture as well. I used to work in plant nurseries because I am that Taurus, so I can info dump about plants, folklore, mythology. Man, I thought I'd be great for Barnes & Noble, but they rejected me. I know. Maybe they'd be too worried I'd just be info dumping. Oh, those eyes!
You know what? I'm gonna give him the Tangela eyes.
Oh my god,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yes! I love Tangela. That's one of my favorite Pokemons. Yeah, so that's cool. And so, but like, why he would be associated with birch trees, I could see just him being like because they were seen as healing and supportive, and let's see here. At least one story, he sheltered a lost child in the woods at night, and then to have brought her home the next day. This girl is also the only living person the Gilly Dub is ever known to have spoken to. Some modern folklore suggests that the Gilly Dub aids lost travelers, likely rooted in this older anecdote. His overriding characteristics, however, is his reclusive nature and reluctance to engage with humans. The Gilly Dub was considered a Seelie court fairy, the Good Fairies. Despite there only being one story, or one group of Scottish lords, they were sent to try to hunt him down. Despite thoroughly hunting the woods and loch area, they found nothing and left empty-handed. No reason is given for this decision. It's clear the fairy wasn't harming or even harassing anyone, and even more oddly, the people who did this chose to stay with the woman who had been rescued by the woods from the Gilly Dub, now a married adult. It seems that after this time, the fairy stopped appearing so often or easily to people he had previously. Kind of reminds me of Bigfoot, too, and this whole energy you're given is also speaks of Bigfoot.
Yes, yeah. Oh, Jesus, come on, man. Trying to refer to multiple layers on this just to make coloring easier for me.
Are you going for the Tangela, which is why you're blacked out in the face?
The shadow of like all the foliage and everything around it.
Oh, I see.
Kind of obscuring the face. That's
cute.
what I'm going for. I'm not doing anything like untowards, or to be mistaken as something.
No. I just wanted to ask.
Oh no,
yeah.
I'm just clarifying for posterity so we don't get any nasty comments in the future.
No, I see what
There
you're
we
doing. I know
go.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is a cute little guy. I like those little toesies.
Thank you.
This is a good little guy. And then sometimes it's weird that Pokemon are just sometimes little guys.
I kind of love Pokemon that are just little guys.
Like, imagine snuggling this Pokemon.
Oh, no.
What is this one's name? We didn't name our other Pokemon.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, we didn't name circumambulating.
I thought, oh no, we said Wittershins.
Oh, right, Wittershins.
We
right,
named
right.
it Wittershins.
You mean you don't want to name this one, the
Gillydub?
Gillydub?
It could be,
Gillydub.
you know what? Sure. Gillydub, its actual name. When you say it
Actual
like
name.
that.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of a weird Japanese pun, though, you know?
Yeah, well, we're not naming it for, like, off of Japanese folklore or you know, coming up with the original translation. Although, those are fun streams. We've done that before.
We're gonna
and
do it again.
We're gonna do it again. We just need to talk to people because I want to invite some friends on for those.
And I need to sit down and do my homework. It's on me. I'm the reason. I am the weakest link.
Oh my god, the Wakest Link. It's been a long time since I've seen that show.
We should do some more ghost Pokemon based off of yokai.
Oh, that'd be a delight. Oh, crap. That would be a lot of fun.
That would be cool. I am a big nerd for folklore and shit, and it would
hell
be
yeah.
fun. Because, like, Ken was doing a little research on yokai, and he was described yokai kind of like an SCP. There's a yokai for, like, literally everything.
There really is.
And so I'd love to see the two Melon Boys as Pokemon.
Oh, I love them.
I can't believe they're not Pokemon.
I know, right?
Like, there's so many things they could do with yokai as Pokemon before turning a fucking set of car keys into fucking Pokemon. Why not the two Melon yokai, which are fucking hilarious? I guess they didn't want to be Yokai Watch. They wanted to be Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, crap. Yeah.
Should we do, like, a seizure warning?
I'm so sorry. Like, it's because it's not, like, closed in. Oh, crap! I thought it would be closed in, but apparently there are lines where it's open, and it's like, come on. But, well.
Oh well, and Debub.
There we go.
What's your favorite plant Pokemon, Kenji, and chat?
My favorite plant type.
Yeah. I mean, you already said, like, Tangela, which was one of my favorites.
Tangela is a delight.
I love Tangela.
My favorite, though.
Yeah. In this moment, and of all time.
You know, as
So I love an
silly-
Oddish.
As silly as Rillaboom is, I love it for its silliness.
Oddish is so fucking cute. Ken got me an Oddish plushie.
I did.
So
I also
cute.
got you an Oddish planter, too.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
It's hard to grow stuff out of it, to be,
I mean,
truth
that's
be
fair.
told.
It's kind of small.
Oh, Sierra says Chikorita. That's a cute one.
Chikorita is cute.
Yeah. But it's good for, like, little fake foliage. Like, it looks really good. Ken, you can't cheat.
I don't know. I'm not trying to. Using the fill bucket is not cheating, okay? I just don't know where the line is open.
Or Rosalita. Rosalita's also
Rosalita is cute. There's
it's
some
really
really
cute.
cute ones.
Sunflower Pokemon, I hate. Especially hate it in Ruby and Sapphire. Or not Ruby and Sapphire, but
Oh, Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet's weird, although the pepper one is pretty funny.
The pepper one?
I swear I will find where that is open and I will close it.
The pepper one?
Yeah.
I don't remember the pepper one.
Scorch. It has like the red pepper and the green pepper heads.
Oh my god, you're right. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one.
The tumbleweed one is really cute too.
Yeah, I like the tumbleweed one.
There we go.
Carnivites.
Which one was Carnivite?
It looked like a Venus flytrap.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another Gen 1. Because I'm old.
Carnivite? I
believe
don't
it's-
remember that in Gen 1.
Carnivite? Let me.
Does not sound familiar to me.
My phone's being used for chat. Otherwise, I'd look it up.
Fair.
Well, you didn't play first gen like I did, so I understand.
Have absolutely played first gen games, okay?
I could pull out my original player's handbook and I could show you.
Carnivite? I don't think Carnivite
Okay,
is okay.
I could be getting the name wrong.
That's the only thing I can think of. If it's a Gen 1, I think it's maybe like a mispronunciation.
I could be mispronouncing it. Everyone can hear me. This is really great audio.
I know, right? You're on like the other side of the room.
Yeah, nowhere near my
So,
mic.
yeah. Although I don't have the compression setting on this part currently, so oh well. You know what? This is a good ghillie dub.
I really
I
love
like
this
this buddy.
ghillie dub.
This ghillie dub is so cute. Okay. So, you want to do the next one? All right.
Number 2.
Number 2. Number 2 is the fetch. I'm gonna make fetch happen, y'all.
So this isn't like a type of fairy. Well, it's a type of idea.
I mean, kind of. So the idea behind fetch is that they are considered to be an ill omen. Like either it's you see a person's soul exiting their body, and like their soul is like the fetch, but like they're still walking around. Or it's like something that has duplicated your appearance, and it is an omen of your upcoming death. Like if you are duplicated.
Well, you should have done this one. So yeah, in the book it says a concept in England that is rather obscure in nature. The fetch in folklore is a copy or duplicate of a person, which appears as an ill omen, usually of death.
Yes.
Also called a wraith or a or double the fetch would be seen by the living person or those who knew them, generally right before they died. In more recent materials, the fetch has been given many of the qualities and abilities of the Figia, which is one you should have done.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Although in older folklore, it is clear that the fetch or wraith was only viewed as a death omen. Reverend Kirk, as everyone knows who that is, suggested the wraith or fetch was the result of the soul beginning to leave the body shortly before death and being seen by others.
So I thought the fetch could be like a pupper with just like fur patterning that kind of makes it look skull-like.
Oh my god, Shark, you're probably right. Carnivine. I'm pretty sure that's Gen 4. Maybe I'm totally an asshole.
Oh,
Maybe I'm such an asshole. Wow. It could be. It could be. I could be getting it wrong. There's fucking 1,000 of these goddamn things.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steph. You gotta take your Gen 1 card away now.
Fuck you. No, I don't. Good try, though.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it could be. Could very well be. Thank you for that info, friends. Just a lot to remember.
I mean, fair.
I thought it was. But then again, if it was, I probably would have used in my main team, and there's Tangela. So cute. I love Tangela. Goldeen, 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 Goldeen.
So my concept for fetch, like as a Pokemon, like it'd be kind of like a Ditto. Like if it bites you, it can copy your Pokemon. So that seemed like a fun little cute idea. I don't entirely.
Oh no, it's not in. It's not in this. That sounds right about 4th gen. Actually, that does sound right. So thank you, Shark. I appreciate it. I said, Shark says, no, I'm not an asshole. There's too many. There's too many. Sierra says, it came out in Game Boy Advance. I don't know what gen that is. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds right. 4th gen sounds right. I'll put my book back.
Was it GBA? I thought 4th gen was Diamond and Pearl, right? Or was it Black and White? Or no, wait. No, yeah, it's either.
That was the DS, I thought.
Yeah, Pearl. I think Pearl is 5th gen. And like Diamond and Pearl is 5th gen, and then it's either Black and White or Ruby and Sapphire. That was GBA. So yeah, 4th gen definitely GBA. Yeah, because hey, I know my Pokemon lore, even though I'm not a Gen 1er.
I'm a Gen 1er and I don't. Everyone heard that.
What if I give it kind of more like a Ditto body?
I do love that you're going with fetch, like as in like a pupper goes fetch.
Of course.
Yeah, that's really cute.
What other direction do you take it in?
I mean, there is already a ghost dog type.
There is, but not like this.
Which is also a cute, very cute dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh, yeah.
I absolutely adore Houndoom. Not Houndoom, but
No, that's what it evolves into. It's Grave something.
Yeah, Houndoom is the one that's got the skull painted onto him.
Houndoom is the it's like the Doberman Pinscher.
Yeah.
Grave Snarl.
Grave Snarl, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We got Shark Sane. Were you confusing with the Victory Bell? Oh, maybe. I think you might be right. Thank you, Shark, for reading my brain. Yeah. Because it's not exactly the same, but they kind of have similar energy. Yeah. Thank you. Shark also says Diamond and Pearl is Gen 4, Black and White are 5.
Okay.
So Sierra says that she came in at Gen 3.
Oh, then I don't have... Wait, because Gold and Silver is Gen 2. And then Diamond and Pearl... I thought Diamond and Pearl was a DS game.
Diamond and Pearl was a DS game.
Yeah, okay. And then...
So I remember playing on my DS.
Oh well.
And making so many poffins.
Poffins? You destroyed the palms of your hands.
No, it was that's with the on the Switch. Trying to play it on the Switch.
I thought you talked about like it destroyed the palm of your hand on that one. Cause
you use the stylus. That's why Key and I were able to do it so much better. Because it's a DS. That's why I remember.
There was
one.
It wasn't the Switch. There was one that was a game like a DS game. One of the games with the thing that like destroyed the center of people's hands. Maybe it was the Wii. No, they didn't have a Pokemon game on the Wii.
I mean, Mario Party destroyed the...
That's what it was. Mario Party was
on the N64.
On the N64.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the one that had the lawsuits.
Yeah. Shark says Ruby and Sapphire are 3.
Wow, my brain. Clearly I have no room to give you guff about being bad at Pokemon anymore.
Well, good. Sierra says making poffins on the Switch is awful. Yeah, I like that was one of my favorite things to do in the original Diamond and Pearl. Was making poffins, because me and Key would we sit in the lounge at our community college and make fucking poffins for hours and hours, because we came out right when I was in college, and that's all we fucking did was sit in the student lounge and play fucking Diamond and Pearl, and we made so many fucking poffins. Our fucking Pokemon were so goddamn cute.
Nice.
Also, I'm very sorry. I'm very warm.
No, you're all good. I mean, it's hot in the Pacific Northwest.
For us, especially. As poor, wilty fog creatures.
I'm a little worried that it looks too ghosty, or like a Mimikyu almost.
But it's cute.
It is cute.
How many Pokemon also look like Pikachu?
You make a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking like Ditto's body type, maybe more like a pupper that resembles Ditto.
I like the pupper with the sheets.
I like
the pupper with the sheet. What do y'all think in the chat?
Okay. Kind of like the collar added to it, yeah. Because I mean, that's. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's keep designing this thing in that route. So.
Sierra thinks it's cute.
Well, thank you. I guess I gotta keep it then.
Pupper with the sheets. That's what Shark says. Okay. Pupper with the sheet.
All right.
Yeah.
I've had Shark on the show. I think I should listen.
They know what they're talking about.
They do.
Yeah.
I would love to do more like streams with Shark and Mickey, and I'm just concerned about Mickey's eyesight because he's been having a really rough go of it lately.
That's such a bummer.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
You do.
Shark says, you absolutely should not trust me.
But your willingness to admit when you shouldn't be trusted makes you kind of trustworthy.
Trust says Animorty.
You know, Animorte. I feel like I don't know how to say your name properly anymore because I've just said it silly so many times that just like attempting to say it correctly just doesn't feel right anymore.
I don't think there is a correct way to say it now.
I mean, you're right. Bleck has destroyed their name clearly.
Yeah. All the ways we've said it are all the right ways. Oh, that pupper's mouth was very open.
Yes, it was.
He's trying to be a little scared.
Well, I was thinking like, okay, if it bites the other Pokemon.
Oh, so that was the Omnom mouth.
Yeah, so like you just do a little munchy munch on another Pokemon, so that you can copy it. You gotta get a taste so that you can do the copy.
So then you can do the fetch.
Exactly.
And then do the fetch quest.
Yes.
Which I thought was really funny about
Twilight Princess.
Princess. I was getting there. Is that it is just one giant fetch quest, and you play as a dog. So
it really is just the fetch quest game.
I have opinions about Twilight Princess, but I understand how if that was like the game that you played when you were 14 years old, how you would feel that visually it's very cool. Like I think like a lot of the concept designs and a lot of other things were really, really like, I remember when it came out because I didn't have a GameCube. And so I couldn't play it. Same thing with Wind Waker.
Oh yeah.
But
I'd love to play Wind Waker.
Yeah, it looks really cute. It's such a cute game. I've never played it either.
I
don't have a
played
GameCube.
it. I didn't keep my copy of it, sadly. But it'd be something I'd love to get my hands on again. Like, it'd probably be cheaper just to buy another copy of Wind Waker for my GameCube than buying a Switch 2 right now. So I don't have $500 to drop on a new system.
Shark says, "Oh, the pup that's crazy girl for My Hero."
Pup that's crazy or not?
Oh, the pup that's crazy girl from My Hero Academia, I believe.
I see what you're saying. Okay, gotcha. Like, what's her bucket? Toko or something is her name? Yeah, girl with like there's a chick with like a slasher smile kind of mouth.
Okay. I have not watched hardly any of My Hero Academia, and I know that if Ashley was watching, she would be like
incensed.
You should watch it. That's what she would say. Yeah, good. Toko says Shark.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. I got it right. I am not caught up on My Hero. I need to. I kind of got bored of the fucking mob arc, to be perfectly honest.
I get that. I started watching the Apothecary Diaries, and I got bored. Like, it's so heteronormative and boring, and the whole will they, won't they? I'm like, why?
I think in fairness, you have been consuming an awful lot of Dawn May lately.
Yeah, and I like it gay. What can I say? I'm bi. I'll read Sierra's comment in the chat real quick. She says, "My opinions on Twilight Princess come from Game Grumps. I feel like they sexualize Minda." Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's weird.
A lot of weird sexualization of Midna that was just like.
And she looks like a child.
Yeah.
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 And that's kind of my opinion of Apothecary Diaries, is because like Mao Mao doesn't look too different than the 14-year-old concubine.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things I can say, but it more of like, I think it's cool like how they have her very much like focused on her interests and hobbies. If it wasn't a romance, I think I probably would have liked it a lot more.
Yeah.
Like if it was just more of a mystery. But sex sells, you know, and romance sells, and I don't know. I get tired of like the whole will they, won't they. The story keeps going back and forth. The guy who's like so totally in love with her, for what? I mean, I don't know. I think it's just too straight for me. Just way too boring and straight for me, for my bias. It's just that, and as much as I like C-dramas, I like the high fantasy C-dramas where they do a lot more of like the esoteric Taoism and like the cultivation type of storylines. I don't really like the whole like concubine love stories. I think it's kind of gross. I'm not into it. Like that story is heavily all focused on all the concubines and Emperor of China, and I'm not interested in that type of political, like social dynamic grouping of mean girls.
Yeah.
And Toko too, or not Toko, but I was looking at Toko on the chat. Hi, Shark. I was looking. The Mao Mao, that character, like she just I hate the stereotype of like somebody who can just read all of the things, all of the cues.
Yeah, the
and
Mary Sues, yeah.
they already figured out the big plot before they even.
Yeah. And that was like a big problem we had with part 5 of JoJo's as well.
Yeah, like he's already figured it out, and like his superpower is that he just read the fucking script, and it's not very interesting. And if they had spent more time really with the mystery and like really going into like the herbalism and like the chemistry, they do it so quickly. They're like, she just does it so offhandedly. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. I already figured it out. The end. Anyways, are you gonna smooch or not? But she's not even interested in smooching him. Yeah. And then he's like, "Can I stick my fingers in your mouth?" And
Gross.
she's like, "No," and freaking out over it.
That is the right response. To freak
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Anyways. And Morty asks if anyone's played Pokemon Unite. No, I haven't.
No, I've not.
What is Pokemon Unite? Is that like an app game or something? Yeah. Is it for the new console or an older game?
I don't want those ears. I feel like...
I think those are great Scooby-Doo ears.
Scooby-Doo isn't Pokemon, though!
I mean, you made Hanna-Barbera. I
did do that Hanna-Barbera Pokemon crossover episode, and that was amazing, too.
You should watch that.
Yes, absolutely. We're just pitching ourselves here.
I know. That's some good content creating stuff. Shark says, that's the problem with a lot of animes with a women protag. There's always way too much focus on the romance that'll never happen. Yeah. Annie Mort says it's awesome. We got Sierra saying, I stopped JoJo's after Dio's Castle and the Tarot season. I couldn't handle it.
Oh, part 4 is so fun, though. Part 4 is heavily influenced by Twin Peaks, though. So.
That's my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
It's
same.
Stardust Crusaders is very gay as well, which is why I like it. Don't anyone convince me otherwise. It's super fucking gay.
Jotaro and Kakyoin are absolutely boyfriends.
Yes, they smooch, and it's cute. And my boy Josuke and
Okuyasu
are absolutely boyfriends. And they smooch as well, and they're fucking cute, and I love it. And it's so ridiculous, and I love it.
Part 4 is very ridiculous.
But there's like some parts where like there's things are just completely unnecessary. Like like Ken had to give me a couple of like trigger warnings for a couple of things, and thankfully it's not like it goes by really fast, and so you can avoid some triggering things in JoJo's. But if you just remember, it's a fucking bizarre adventure.
Yeah, it's called Bizarre Adventure for a reason.
But then part 5 sucks.
Part 5 does suck.
Yeah. Unite can be played on mobile and Switch.
Oh.
It's been out for 3 years. It's an MOBA style. I don't know what MOBA style. Do you know what that means, Kenji?
MOBA. multiple online, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah.
We're so sorry.
Pardon.
We're so old, Anamorty. I'm so sorry. But it sounds like it's a fun game. I'm curious.
Well, maybe I'll pull that up on my Switch after stream.
Anamorty also adds that it has like 80s Pokemon currently playable. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Thank you for the suggestion.
You know what? This is feeling more Pokemon to me.
Yeah, that face, that little mouth.
Yes.
That little mouth is really cute.
It needed the little mouth update.
The little toofs.
Yes.
The little toofs on the tongue.
The little bitty toofs.
Is that how Jack would smile?
Kinda, yeah.
Ken had a dog named Jack, and he
He's
was
such a
an
good
Aussie. And that's cute. I've never had a dog because I'm not a dog person. I am absolutely 100% a cat. Like, I am a cat person, and I am a cat. And
play the bongos.
Yes.
Dance all night.
Dance all night, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like League of Legends.
Oh.
Multiple player online battle arena. Thank you. We're
okay. I'm a bad gamer. And if you want proof of that, check out Jammin' Gaming. I am terrible.
Nice plug.
I mean, this is the stream for plugs, apparently.
Yes. But designed more user-friendly, says Anamorty.
Cool.
Anamorch. Yeah, I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
I love Pokemons. I used to play Pokemon Go until, well, okay. I played Pokemon Go when it first came out, like everyone else in the world and their brother did.
Yeah.
And I got really into it. It was fun. It was like when it first came out and it didn't get really weird about your fucking location and shit.
Yeah.
And selling it to third parties and worse. Like, it was legit. It was such a weird, crazy global phenomenon.
Oh, yeah.
And to, like, see some of my favorite parks suddenly be filled with people looking for Pokemon and stuff. And then, like, legit, I was at this beach close to where we live. And
I was with you when that happened.
I don't know. But I remember there was like somebody was like, "There's a Blastoise," and everyone comes running, and it was like you could hear people like from like across the park in different places along the boardwalk and along.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of water Pokemon, believe it or not, at the beach.
Oh, weird.
It was really cute. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Pokemon Go when it first came out, and now it's definitely not an app I probably would promote. This is so cute, Kenji.
Thank you. Yeah, I figure Fetch bites your Pokemon, and once that happens, it can duplicate.
Okay, Animort. If you say 95% of people you met on Discord are younger than you, I think you might be surprised to know that Ken and I turned 40 this year.
I'm curious now, because I didn't think Animort was too far away from us in age.
Oh.
I know, like, Bleck is, like, I think they just turned 33, I want to say?
Oh, nice.
They're early 30s, I know that.
33 was a fun year.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
I enjoyed our 30s.
Same. Yeah, 30s was great.
I spent it with my best friend, Kenji.
I know Mo Chicken is a year older than us. But you know, I don't know your age, Animort, and I feel the fool now.
Their answer is yo. Are you in the 40 club or not? Oh, you're 35.
Oh, 30. Oh,
and their wife is 37.
Well then, you're
34
close.
and 37 are not that far off. And I get it. Being in your mid-30s is very different than being in your early 30s.
It kind of is.
And late 30s is very different, too.
Yeah.
And hitting the big 4-0 this year is fun. I'm really looking forward to the 40s. Especially because, like, elder millennials like Ken and I, we keep, like confusing people.
Oh, yeah.
I was legit at, like, a client's house. I was doing, and I do exorcisms. I'm just gonna put it out there.
There's a reason we're doing the fairy magic stream too, because if stuff's hyperfixation, Wasn't a clue. There you go.
I do house clearings and energy healings and stuff, and I do like clearings and stuff in people's homes. I love that it's pink.
It's a fairy type. It needs to be pink.
Yeah, there needs to be more fairy types that are pink.
Yeah.
So I was doing like an energy clearing at their house, and my client's fiance was asking me, like, he's like, "How old are you? I thought we were like close to the same age," because he just had his birthday and he just turned 33, and I'm like, I turned 40 this year, and he's like, what? There's no way. And I'm like, yeah, 85.
Yep. I've had a couple people in recent months too that when I told them that I'm 40, they're like, no way. Like, do you not see the white that's showing up in my beard right now, my guy?
Yeah, you're getting the white pretty fast.
I am. It is hitting me. I'm gonna be a silver fox, and I'm here for it.
It's all the life energy I'm sucking out of you. I mean, we got Rachel, who's like in the 50s club, almost 55. Hell yeah, girl! 50 club. Oh yeah.
Gonna play a lot of Van Halen when you hit 55. I can't drive 55. Although that's more Van Hagar. Let's be honest.
Oh, okay.
Because that's when Sammy Hagar was in the band. After they
Mm.
kicked out Diamond David Lee Roth.
Mm.
Which is a shame, quite frankly. Love David Lee Roth.
Oh, I'm sorry I stole the fan, Kenji. I was sweating like a sinner in church.
Oh gosh.
I love that line.
Great Princess and the Frog reference.
I love that movie. So
was so
good.
cute.
So cute. I loved it. She has such good best friend energy vibes.
yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't know why I always sweat so fucking much during stream.
You know, I've noticed this thing in the office that I work in too, is that corner spots always collect the most heat, and you're sitting in a corner.
It's true. Baby is in the corner.
Oh, what? You say it like that, and it makes me sound like the asshole.
I put myself here. It's all right. Nobody puts baby in the corner except baby. Rachel says Samsung before ever joining Val Halen. Oh. We actually just got a new washing machine because
gosh.
we are in our 40s, and that's what you do with your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Is buy lovely new furniture, and I like the blue.
This feels very Pokemon.
This does.
Like, I could definitely spend a little more time refining it, but you know what? We've got a few more to do. So let's.
Have we done number 2?
That was number 2.
Have we done number 5?
No, we've not.
Let's do number 5.
That is the Finfolk.
Oh.
They not quite mermaids, but like
Merman, father. Merman.
They were a humanoid kind of water dwellers who enjoyed silver, and apparently the male Finfolk were heinously ugly, and the lady Finfolk would try to find human husbands, because the human husbands wouldn't force them to like mine for silver and shit, and were more handsome. Yeah.
Are you telling me they're the Ferengi?
Ferengi women and Ferengi men are similar in appearance.
No, I thought the Ferengi women were like beautiful.
Not.
They look like normal humans.
No, they don't. I mean, maybe on like earlier series, but I remember Deep Space Nine. They look like just regular ass Ferengi.
That's true. We're in Deep Space Nine, but like I remember an episode in Next Gen where they like looked like normal people, but they treated them like slaves and shit.
I think it was just the regular women that they managed to get. Like,
maybe
they negged into being with them.
Oh, maybe that was it.
Because I know the Ferengi were hot for Loxana Troy.
Sounds like Ferengi are just kind of weird and freaky anyways.
Yeah. One of my favorite entries in the book about these Finfolk is that they live on an island and are adverse to Christianity. So it just tells me that like whatever priest that went to the island that the village happened to be on, they were like told them to kick bricks. And like, oh, these people, they're fey. Otherwise, they would totally not have kicked me out. And you know, yeah, that's totally it. Absolutely, they're fairies. Otherwise, they wouldn't say no to me.
So, according to the book, they look like regular ass humans.
They do,
but they can just live underwater.
Yes, But I'm gonna monster them up because this is a Pokemon thing.
Yeah, and well, of course, Pokemon would do it anyways.
Oh, absolutely.
They're known for their magical skill and sometimes traveled among the humans of the Orkneys, and the female folk even sought human husbands.
Yeah. Because if they're fin folk, they gotta have fins, baby.
Yeah. Like the other types of fairy, fin folk were said to live on a magical otherworldly island, to steal humans, and were adverse to Christianity. Me too, honey. Me too.
Yeah, it's not so hot, quite frankly.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Nope, I'm not even gonna try to say, well, I don't hate Christians. No, I'm sorry. At this point, I'm sorry.
They're kind of the cause of a lot of issues that we're facing currently. But hey, whatever.
We're keeping it funny, and we're keeping it cute.
It funny. Ken,
I'm in charge of picking fairies next time.
Okay.
Here I thought I could be able to, like, nerd out about specific types of fairies, and you've given me directions. Finfolk, little hairy guy.
Just a hairy little guy.
And a fetch. Which is a concept.
Fetches are a type of fae.
Kind
of. It's more than just a concept, thank you.
I do love what you're going for. This is giving me very much like Precious from like Reagan Bass.
I was absolutely thinking like a golem and like a Sableye kind of combination for this design. That's 1000% the direction I was going in. Thank you for picking it up.
Anna Morty says, I lurk frequently and thought Finfolk was key for end friends, and you were closing out the end of the stream for a second.
I mean, I understand, like Finn, like Finnish. I get that.
So long, and thanks for all the fish. So sad it had to come to this.
You know, I say that I wanted to do like more design work, but I keep like just knocking it out of the park.
You do. I could pick one for you. Kenji, do you want me to pick one for you?
I mean, if you want to do more, how many do we have left?
I think it's just the one. Because there's 6 that you had found.
No, well, we haven't done number 1, and I definitely want to do that one.
Okay.
Let me look through
I think you got 2.
Yeah.
It's that one and the Biddy Early.
Yes, Biddy Early and Conla.
Conla. Yeah, let's see how much time. I mean, we got 30 minutes, so you could just knock this out and then, you know, take whatever time you want to.
I'm going to use my circle tool because I am that guy.
I mean, this is a really good dictionary, and it does come up with, like, all the different dictionary things. Like, there's a listing for possession by fairies.
Yeah.
Protection against fairies. Queen of Air and Darkness.
Mab?
Yeah. Queen of Elfland.
You know, I hear that they're like really like massive fans of their team, their football team, the Elfland Raiders.
Those are the ones like doing the fairy abductions.
Exactly.
There's a lot of theories that that alien abductions aren't actually alien abductions.
Yeah.
That they're actually just fairies.
It's fairies fucking with people, yeah.
It's kind of my feelings as well. I will explain, but first I'm going to read the chat. Annie Morty, I request more impromptu songs. That was glorious. Of course, I love to sing. Not like that though, but.
I don't know if you really want that. I've had a lot of Milli Vanilli stuck in my head lately.
What's the song that's been stuck in your head all day today?
Oh, was it today? I guess, that's not fair of me to just put it all on Milli Vanilli because, like, the last couple days I've had a lot of twerp stuck in my head.
That's not true. You had one song was, like, not stuck in the middle with you. What was it from the show?
Oh my god.
They did it twice.
What?
Daredevil.
We built the city on rock and roll. That's
right.
That's right. I've been watching a lot of Daredevil.
We built this city on rock and roll. Built this
sorry. I was excited and I wanted to do the fun parts too. Thank you.
I just think of that ad with like the little girl
Yes.
and like
Oh,
the
it's so
cat
cute.
and the little baskets.
Oh, I love that ad.
That's
It's
so good. It's so good. Blame it on the rain.
Blame it
Oh
on
my
the
gosh,
rain.
we got a
Yeah,
Moxie
yeah.
in the chat.
Hey, Moxie.
Just we're coming to the hour of singing.
Yeah.
Annie Morty wanted us to sing because we were like, so long and thanks for all the fish. So sad it had to come to this. I can't remember the next line.
That's a-okay.
So long, so long, so long, so long. So long, so long, so long, so long. And thanks for all the fish.
Yes.
It is a lovely evening now that you are here with us, Moxie. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
We did talk a little bit of Wicca Wicca Wah earlier. We are making new Pokemon. This is really cool. What's this orb?
Oh, it's not quite an orb. They're not really pondering the orb. It's supposed to be a coin. Because they're all like silver, baby.
Animorty awaiting ASMR Kenji stream.
Hell yeah.
Of course, absolutely.
Oh no. Oh no, don't do that.
I'm more than happy to do
No, I
ASMR
hate
stream.
ASMR. I hate ASMR so much.
Just gonna have to swallow this mic.
No.
La, 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 la.
No. I don't like that.
That's the sound this little guy makes. Hey, Black will be on at SAC having ice cream.
Delightful.
They're giving some whipped cream to the cat. Oh, hell yes. That kitty just got the best treat.
Oh my gosh. Like, I was telling Steph earlier, just like, how badly I wanted some of the food, that I'd been seeing happen in Flavortown. Like, holy shitballs.
I know, I want to get I don't know if it's not shabu shabu, but it's just like a little tiny charcoal grill. And I would love to just do a whole bunch of skewers. Cause I watch a lot of like Chinese cooking shows on YouTube, and oh my god, the food looks so fucking good. And I'd love to this summer, cause we don't really have a barbecue. I used to have a barbecue, before in my old house, a long time ago. Some of our neighbors got barbecues. But I would love to get like just a little tiny charcoal barbecue, and just do some like skewers and just little things.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, there's this one really cool Japanese content creator I follow on Instagram, and all it is like him from his campsite, and he's got this tiny little charcoal grill, and he just grills up this food and just eats it. Like sometimes he'll just have like a single clam, or like have just like a piece of fish. Or he'll like do little sandwiches. Oh my god, Kenji.
Yeah.
Black is in the fucking chat.
Holy shit.
Ah,
Black
it's
food in the chat. Good to have you here.
Scrap your nails on the mic. Or scrape your nails on the mic so I can blacklist your channel.
No. Don't blacklist the channel. We need viewers.
My one sister who I actually talk to, she does love ASMR videos. The concept of ASMR is appealing, but the instance of application I've witnessed is just horrifying. Although Sierra says favorite ASMR is carpet cleaning. Fuck yes. The ones where they've got the pressure washers and like those white giant like garage like spaces where they just slowly but surely clean out all of the fucking dirt out of these giant carpets. It's also really great.
Don't call me Shirley. 2, we should play Power Wash Simulator on for one of our gaming streams.
As I was foretold, I have risen. Blurk. Yeah, Annie Morty is in the chat too.
Hell yeah. All the cool peeps are here.
So, okay, so the coin Pokemon, the 1,000 Pokemon, is that what you're doing?
Kinda. I was thinking a little like Sableye as well. But like, oh gosh.
This is good. I like
what
this
was-
design a lot.
Yeah. It's like a little fishman who enjoys silver coins.
A Finfolk.
A Finfolk, yes. Is the official
Okay,
fae that we're going for.
everyone agrees washing rugs get cleaned is satisfying. It's satisfying. And then they flip it over and there's even more dirt, and then they just keep pressure washing. And they've got this little like.
Necessarily ASMR content though.
What would you consider ASMR then?
ASMR is like audio, to my understanding.
I've heard that it's anything that would be considered like satisfying or like.
My thought of it was strictly that it was like an audio thing. Like you get that same kind of satisfaction. Like it's really easy to watch like people kind of zen out and do kind of stuff like pressure washing. But I didn't necessarily consider that ASMR personally. But yeah, I don't know.
We got Nia in the chat.
Hey, Nia.
Oh my gosh, Nia!
You know, congrats on your second magazine cover.
Yes, congratulations! I'm so fucking proud of
Hell
you.
yeah.
Everybody, give a round of applause for Nia.
Hell yeah.
Photographer got one of their pictures from a second magazine cover. Everyone, give her a little big round of applause.
I wish I had emotes for this now. Which
Oh my God! What?
what?
She
Did you
says
get more?
actually my fourth. What?
You're fourth.
Oh my God!
Holy shit, we're not up to date.
Oh my God! Congratulations,
yeah,
Nia.
hell yeah.
Ah.
Well, thank you for updating us on the status. That's
Oh,
awesome.
so fucking proud of you. Ah.
That's rad as hell.
Nia's a great photographer. Check
Hell
out
yeah.
her Insta. Why am I forgetting the name of it? Oh my God. My brain. I was thinking about fairies and info dumping about
brain.
fairies the whole entire time. People are more than welcome to promote themselves in chat.
Oh, absolutely.
Please let us know your business or your YouTubes or your all the things.
Content. We're
Yeah.
all friends here.
Absolutely. Yeah, the weird sounds with people making in their mouths, it's a little strange. But this is definitely giving me Golem vibes.
I was absolutely going for Golem on this too, TBH.
Wild Sage for Dreamscape photography. Thank you very much. God, I can't believe I forgot that. I'm sorry. My brain. Yeah. Well, okay. So we got two more.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to, or are we, this is really cool. This is really cool.
I'm really enjoying this. Like, honestly, like, I'm glad I kind of gave myself the time to, like, color in these. Just kind of work through a little bit more. This is such a fun little cute fishman buddy.
We got Anamorty saying that ASMR can be visual as well.
Well,
or audio.
alright then.
Yeah, or audible.
Okay. That, I have updated my definition then.
Number one.
Number one it is, and that is Conla.
Conla, these nuts.
Oh, damn. Conla is actually a pretty interesting character.
Con!
Yes. I believe they come from Celtic mixology. I've apparently had too many
Do you
tonight
want to try that one more time?
They came from Celtic mythology.
There we go.
Conla is the son of Cuchulainn, who I know before this because I watched Gargoyles as a kid. Cuchulainn was kind of an Irish folk hero, had a really good pupper, fought monsters with his pupper. And his son fell in love with a fairy woman that only he could see. And after subsisting on an apple for a month that was given to him from his fae lover, he ran away to fae with her, despite all the best efforts of his father and druids in his father's employ. So yeah, you know what? I thought like a little apple knight buddy for this new fairy type.
Especially because there's the apple dragon type in Pokemon already. I thought it would be so cute. We were talking about this idea earlier, and I'm like, God, this is so cute. This also, the book adds that this is one of the first instances of talking about the dangers of eating fairy food. So when people say don't eat fairy food, it'll be bad. This is where one of the sources where it originally comes from. Same thing with like the invisibility of fairies and the places that they may live. You did a great summary. I'm not going to even read from the book. Good gold star.
Thank you.
But it comes from Irish mythology.
Yes.
Irish.
Irish.
The Irish. I'm reading. This is my reading through the chat. Reading through the chat.
Getting set back up with the chat.
Chicken neck of the chat. Chicken chat. Mia says I applied for the Tacoma Art Studio event. I'm hoping I get approved. I'm crossing my fingers for you, my friends. Okay. So yes, watching rugs get cleaned is definitely visual ASMR I'm super into. But I also just love cooking shows where they're quiet, there's no talking or anything, where you don't have these very fake people who take a bite like, that's good. Oh my god, it just melts in your mouth. This is, They hit the table a few times, like, it's just so,
Tell me how you don't like Guy Fieri.
Y'all fucking saw it in your head. I'd have to say, I don't have a video camera for you to know exactly what I was doing. Like, hit their lap a few times, like, snapping their fingers in the air, like, that's good. That macaroni and cheese, that's fucking slaps.
Like, are you doing a food channel or are you doing beat poetry? Come on.
But like, there's a whole bunch of like Liziki. There's a whole bunch that I follow and I watch. A lot of them out of China too. But there's one from Azerbaijan, Country of Life vlog that I really like. And it's just beautiful. Like, it's still and it's quiet and it's nature sounds. Or you hear like their chickens screaming.
Their fucking turkeys are loud as all get out.
Or it's just water trickling and then like cooking. And they're just like making bread from scratch. She ain't fucking measuring shit. She's just throwing shit into a fucking bowl and she's kneading and making fucking perfect bread every single time. It's fucking inspiring. Fucking so inspiring. I watch like all these like ones out of China. They just throw all this shit in this waka and walk and go, and they make this beautiful, amazing food. I'm like, ugh, I want these things. Like that's one of my favorite ASMRs. And oh my god, Ken,
I had a very strong concept for this one.
this is so good.
It's the cute little apple night. Hell
This
yeah.
apple night. Eats burger. That's money. Out of bounds. Yes, exactly. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. You've never... Okay. I'm sorry, Animort. Animorphs. Mighty Morphin Animorts. Did I get you with that one, Kenji?
You did. I was thinking like Animorphs, like K.A. Applegate, you know? Like
where you're like a weird animal and slowly shifting into a... Or you like as a human slowly morphing into like a...
Mighty Morphin Animorts is absolutely delightful. That needs to be a vibe of the week when it comes back.
Mighty Morphin Animort.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a thing. Lorena McKennett's is like peak early 2000s pagan music. And like I started...
Okay. Sorry for interrupting. But did she have a CD ad that would play every like 5 hours on TV?
No, because you had to be in on it, okay?
You had to be Enya on it.
No. This is not Streamline. This is like you go to the pagan bookstore and they got Lorena McKennett playing in the background. Like, yeah. Oh no, I definitely know Lorena McKennett's. Like, that's old school fucking Irish fucking pagan music. Like, so For those who didn't see, I had to close my office. Oh, I'm so sad about it. Oh.
It was taking up a lot of our time the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
just getting everything ready.
That's why we didn't stream the last couple of weeks. Last Saturday is when we packed up all my furniture and brought it back to the house, which our fucking house looks fucking beautiful and gorgeous and so much like...
It was very nice getting those bookshelves in here.
It's so much like fucking... Like we hit 40 and like storage solutions. Yay. Oh my god, our lives are so much better. Our house looks so beautiful. But so I started reading at a different metaphysical store in our neck of the woods. And she's old school, and she's always, like, I've only read at her store once. And it was like Lorena McKenna on play the whole entire time. I'm like, yes! Nice. Go back to 2004, man!
Like a time machine.
It was so good. I love Lorena McKenna. I love her still all these years later. Yeah, why are they always hitting the table? It's so good. Like, why are they always hitting the table? Oh my gosh. I watch Korean mukbangs because the American ones are too glutinous. I don't know what mukbangs are. I can't do mukbangs. Oh my god, everyone knows what a mukbang is.
I guess we're the uncultured swine now. We're the ugly Americans.
I know, I'm so sorry. I don't know as much about Korean as I do about like Chinese and Japanese. Well, although we do have really sweet Korean neighbors.
Clearly we need to hang out with them more.
Oh my god, they gave us bibimbap. Like homemade bibimbap. In like this cute little like, and she keeps giving us homemade kimchi. I have so much kimchi. It's so good. Oh, they're eating shows. Oh, okay. Oh. People just eating on YouTube. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
We're clearly not in the loop. Like, we're the bad 40-year-olds who aren't, like, keyed in.
Where am I doing Drum Circle? Actually in Auburn. That's the metaphysical shop, Orasong Gifts. Shout out to my girl. Orasong Gifts in Auburn. I'm going to be doing on the second Tuesday of every month starting in August. I'm taking a month off because I need a goddamn fucking break. Yeah, it's just gonna be an hour and a half instead of the full 3 hours like I did before. I wasn't intended to do 3 hours, but I did a full 3-hour drum circle for like 2.5 years, and it was fun.
I am so sorry for the flashing. I am horrible at closing my lines. I thought I've had the gap filler open, or closing gap. I am gonna bump that up a little bit more.
Kenji,
and there we go. Problem solved.
This little apple night is so ding dang and delightful. I
Thank
love
you.
that the leaf on the sword, like that's really cute. That's really cute. I need to know I gotta ask a very important question because I'm asking the important questions tonight on stream.
Super fair.
What's your favorite? You, Kenji, and everybody in chat. What's your favorite kind of apple? We're live in Washington State, so we gotta have a good answer to it, you know.
So many great apples. Like Honeycrisp is really fucking good. Fuji apples are really great too.
Fuji apples are my favorite.
I do love me a good Granny Smith. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and that's just for eating. Like, Granny Smith is really tasty. I really love me a Granny Smith. Like, I like the sour apples.
Sierra says Pink Ladies. I've heard that's a good one. I have not tried.
I don't know that I've had a Pink Lady myself.
Oh my god, we'll have to have some.
Yeah.
Bleck says Honeycrisp.
Great answer.
Nia says Gala. Gala's a good apple.
Those are
Fuji's are just like that, like perfect apple to me. A Fuji apple. It's that perfect between sweet and tart and crispness. I don't like. So, like, the Red Delicious is totally inbred.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't taste so good.
It's so mealy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really mealy. It's really grainy. Like, it's kind of similar to, so I studied botany in college, and that graininess is actually in the molecular structure. Like, they actually look spiny. It's why pears are so grainy. It's their cells look like big fucking spikes. It's kind of terrifying looking, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool, interesting. Honeycrisps are perf, says Moxie. Rachel says all apples rule. You know,
super fair.
except in a red apple or Red Delicious. Red Delicious are evil, shitty apples made by Satan, says Moxie. Rachel says, I forgot red apples were even a thing. The Red Delicious, yeah. I remember they would give them to us in school lunches as kids. And very rarely did people actually eat them. Which, I don't feel so bad about throwing some things away because, like, they can be biodegradable and stuff. But, yeah, it's the reason why they suck is because they're inbred. One of my favorite books in the whole entire world is called The Botany of Desire. Go and check it out. It was a documentary for a while. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there anymore. I don't know what it would be on if it's still on streaming, but The Botany of Desire, it's a fucking incredible, awesome book, and it talks about how plants have manipulated humans off of our desires to get where they are today. The author, had this epiphany while he was gardening one day, and he saw this little bumblebee kind of buzzing around. He's like, man, plants have totally played you, little bees. Your whole entire existence is just for fucking pollinating plants. And then he stops, and he looks at himself planting tomato plants in his own garden.
Yeah,
and he's like,
yeah.
oh shit. Oh shit, who got played? I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
And so it talks about like marijuana for our desire for intoxication, apples for our desire for sweetness. And he talks a lot about the history of Johnny Appleseed, how apples originally came from Kazakhstan, and there is still a forest in Kazakhstan where you have like thousands, hundreds of thousands of varieties of apples. Most of them are really woody and they're not really edible. They're really, really thick and dense. But it was cider cells that really what apples were used for a long, long time. And then when sugarcane, the prices went up to that in the United States a long time ago. As sugarcane was hard to get hold of. Suddenly, you started seeing all of these sweet apple varieties coming to replace the sugar, like where there was a need, and apples filled that need. But there's like tulips for beauty. It's a really fucking great book. I really highly recommend it. It's really good. I love that this also could just be like Apple Man from like Mega Man. Apple Knight deserves an apple princess. Yes, Ania, I love it. This is so cute. What would be the apple power if it was a Mega Man? We just throw apples at people. Or would it be like apple seeds, but what if it's sand in your pocket?
Yeah, it has a blaster that shoots apple seeds.
Yeah.
I
This is great. You've got one more, Kenji.
Such a cute little
and you've
apple
got
night
10
buddy.
minutes, but we can go overtime if we want to, now that we've got all of our friends here.
Yeah, we got all the time we want.
Whatever you want to do, boo.
I want to move the mic or the headset cord really quick. This is
Our
such a
last
cute
one.
buddy. Our
This is
last
really
one.
good. Well, okay, we have not been naming all of these, and I
that's
feel
right.
like such a fool. What should we name this Pokemon?
I mean, it's based off Conla. So I don't know. What's a good apple night? Appletini? Little diminutive Appletini.
Well, we've got like lots of Gala, Honeycrisp.
That's
Maybe
true.
what
It's
was
true.
the name in the original name?
Oh, Conla?
Conla Crisp.
Ooh, I like that.
A Conla Crisp?
Yep. A Conla
You like
Crisp.
that? Okay, I
love
like
that.
alliteration. You know.
Okay.
Okay, a Conla Crisp. Crisp.
Crisp. All right. So the last one on the list is Biddy Early, who oh gosh, what was?
Well,
what
it
was
says that they like the gray for the shading, and they like it. That's an
thank
interesting
you.
choice, and they like that.
You know, I did like some robots. I think it was 2023. Yeah. I didn't have a lot of energy for March of Robots, and I did like some cassette punk robot style is what I was trying to do, because I
yeah.
had just played Stray, and Stray is such a beautiful just immersion of cassette punk. I love what they do for that. So I want to do a little cassette punk myself. and really found I loved gray and red, like gray for the shadowing for red. What's up?
I just remembered this one.
Yeah.
This Biddy Early.
Yeah.
Because we talked about this one ahead of time, and
did.
so I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell people about
Sure.
the Biddy Early?
Biddy Early, I think, what was the lady's actual name? Her name was like Bridget Kavanaugh or something like that. And she had like 4 husbands. All of them died from alcohol poisoning.
Bridget Connors.
Bridget Connors, thank you.
Very Irish name.
Very Irish. Her second husband was her stepson from her first husband, which was weird. But hey, whatever. Her son died of typhus, and at that point, she apparently became like what was known as a fairy doctor. People thought either she was approached by the Fae or like the soul of her son who passed had like given her the inspiration or the ability to doctor so good. But she had a glass bottle that I don't like where this is going. That apparently she would peer through, and she would use that for creating her concoctions, of which she used to heal people with, which was pretty interesting. So I kind of got inspiration of like, because Biddy Early, Biddy Hen, I was thinking like, okay, what about like a chicken that kind of does like a bit of a chancy roll, you know, and is like a healing type. So
I still think a fairy in a bottle would be really cute.
I mean, I wanted to give myself time for like doing multiple designs too, so why not? You know, see how we feel about it.
I also, so there's a couple things I want to add to your, because info dumping. But first, I want to say that Bleck says that it's very striking.
Yeah.
That with your shading that you did.
Thank you.
I also think it's really cool.
I'm trying to like play around more with my shading lately, so I'm not just like, I don't know, like being quite so boring with it, you know. Like I love purple for my shading, but I also want to like play around more and do more than just like just the hue shifting. Because I mean, hue shifting is great, but like I want it to pop more.
This book that I've been Ken and I used for tonight's stream, the New Dictionary of Fairies by Morgan Dalmer, says in many ways Biddy Early is the archetypal Irish folk magic practitioner, ambiguous, feared, respected, connected to the fairies, and aiding in the liminal social plane, which is both acceptable within her community and outside its bounds. So that there's another story, and I first heard this story from Jim Henson's Storyteller.
Oh, I love that series.
The Soldier and Death.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
If you've never heard of Jim Henson's Storyteller, highly recommend. It's so fucking good. It's classic, timeless. It's really like Brian Henson, it's just fucking great. It's really fucking great. I think it's just streaming on Amazon right now, so you have to pay for it. But the DVDs are not that expensive.
No, they're not.
But so the story of the before I get into it, let me read Moxie's comment really quick. Or we got Bleck saying, it's fun to put more colors in your colors by getting specific shadows, highlights, and lowlights. Hell yeah. Pry my dark blue/purple from my multiply layer out of my cold dead hands.
No, I hear you. I absolutely adore using purple as my shading color. Like, I 100% with you on that.
So story time. So in the story, which is this is a Slavic story. I believe it's out of Russia, specifically.
Yeah.
So this soldier comes back from war, and there's a lot of things that happen. Like when you think of like Hans Christian Andersen stories, fairy tales, it's kind of like that. So like this happens and this happens and this happens and this happens, and these big story beats. So do you mind if I do story time?
Go for it. I would love for you to retell it. I don't think I would get all the details anyway.
I have told this story so many times. It's one of my favorites, and I've been told I'm a bit of a storyteller, so I hope I can remember all the details.
Spin us a yarn.
So there's a soldier who comes back from war, and he's traveling down this road, and he comes across this beggar who is begging for food. And he looks into his pouch and he only has 3 biscuits left. And he's like, "Oh, well, you don't have anything and I do, so here, have a biscuit." And he gives the biscuit to the man, and he goes about his merry way. Comes across a second beggar, same thing, and he gives the second biscuit to the second beggar. And he comes to the a third beggar, and he's also asking for food. And he's only got 1 biscuit left, and he's kind of feeling hungry, but he's like, breaks it in half at first, and he's like, you know what? It doesn't fit right to give this beggar less than what I gave the other two. So he gives the beggar both sides of the biscuit and says, "Here, please eat and please be well." And he's like, "You're a good man with a good heart, and you got a bad whistle. So here, let me give you." He gives him this sack that if you tell anything to go into it, it will go into it, and a deck of cards that will always make him win no matter what. So he comes into town eventually. Before he does, he's like, "Let me just check and see if this bag even works." And so he like calls a bunch of geese to get into his bag, and lo and behold, a bunch of full-size geese go right into his bag. So he takes the bag full of geese and goes into a bar, and he's like, "Hey, I don't have any money or anything, but I got a bag full of geese. Will you trade me room and board for a couple of geese and cook one up for me, and you can have the other 2? And the bartender's like, "Yeah, absolutely. Please, come on in." And as he's like eating his goose and, talking with the other people, he hears these rumors about this castle up on the hill where it's supposedly plagued by devils all playing cards until late into the night. And he's like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, the king of the land left a long time ago because these devils just will not stop playing cards until far into the middle of the night." And he's like, well, I think maybe I'll check it out. And he goes up there, and somehow his whistle is somehow a little bit better. And he comes up, and he decides to just check it out. And at first it's really quiet, and he's just sitting there kind of shuffling his cards over and over and over again. And then lo and behold, here comes 1, 2, 3, a whole room full of little devils, little demons. And they all want to play cards. And he's like, "All right." And so they play cards. And goes and goes and goes. And he keeps winning. He keeps winning. And the devils are complaining. They're even cheating. And they're still not able to win against the soldier. And they're getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And eventually the soldier says, "Get into my bag." And all the devils fly into his bag, where he beats them all up, throws the bag around. The devil's like, "Please, please, please leave us be. Just stop us with that stupid whistling and with that horrible card game and your stupid sack." And so he lets all the demons go, but he holds on to one devil's foot. He's like, "Just in case if I need you for anything." And so he goes on, he becomes this wonderful person. He basically takes over the whole entire castle. This is cute. I like the little bottle. And he eventually marries. He's got a kid, and he's living his blessed life in this castle that he basically took over because of his good luck from these poor street these beggar men. And then, unfortunately, his child starts to become sick, and so sick that they don't know what's going to happen. He's like, "Where the devil is my devil?" So he pulls out the foot of the devil and he calls to him, and he's like, get over here right now." And he's like, "Get that sack away from me." And he's like, "I just need to know, is my son dying? Is he all right?" And so he gives him a bottle. And the bottle, he says, "Take the bottle and fill it in with holy water and place it above over the headboard. If you see death over your son's head, then it means that death is near him and he will claim your son's life. If death is not over the headboard, your son will recover." And so he returns back the foot and he grabs the bottle. He looks through the bottle and he looks and sees that there is no death, or he doesn't see death. and he leaves him be, and he knows his son is going to get better. Everyone claims it's a miracle. Somehow he so knew that death wasn't going to get him. So he decides to travel the world, basically making money off of this little parlor trick. And everyone agrees, it was just too late if he saw death, but if he doesn't, then everyone's, he'll be fine. And he sees this miracle worker. And unfortunately, the Tsar asks him to come and take a look at him, and he sees death. And he's like, well, shit, what do I do? And so he tells Death to go into his sack, in which he collects death. And everyone thinks, oh my gosh, it's a miracle, it's a cure. The soldier cured everyone from death. He ties the sack on top of this giant tree and leaves Death alone up this giant tree. But the years pass and people start to feel old and tired, and they long for death, and they wish death would come and take them finally. And they said, please, please, please release death. We soldiers would die in battle and just get back up and continue to keep fighting. And they'd be covered in holes, and they didn't know what to do. They'd be in horrible pain and looking for the release of death, but death would never come for them. Eventually, the soldier was convinced by so many people begging him, so he releases death. And to which death runs away promptly, never to talk to the soldier ever again. Soldier lives his life and slowly is coming to the end of his life. And he is looking for death, but death will not come and claim him.
Yeah.
And keep that bag away from me. So he gets rid of the bag, he gets rid of the cards, he gets rid of all of these things, walks up to the gates of hell and says, please take me in. And he refuses. All the devils are like, we know you. I don't even care what that bag is. Get the hell out of here. And he's refused by hell. So he goes up to heaven. And they refuse him too.
Refused by hell is metal as fuck.
And they refuse him on so many different levels. And eventually, the soldier continues to rumored to continue to still walking this world, singing his happy little song and whistling his wonderful tune. And if you ask him, he'll play a really good game of cards with you. End of story.
I love that bit.
Yeah.
Like just
the story, bottle, you know. Yeah, the bottle.
The Jim Henson storyteller, like the way they do the puppetry for it is really good too.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
love
delightful.
the little Nurse Joy. This looks like a Torchic meets Nurse Joy.
It kind of does. Like,
and I love it.
Definitely taking heavy Torchic vibes for my inspiration on this one.
Torchic is my favorite fire type.
Torchic is really ding dang.
I refuse to let Torchic evolve, because then it just looks like a dick.
Yes. A lot of them in that evolution chain just looks like dicks. Absolutely.
This is adorable, and I love it. Oh, Nia says that's a great story. Oh, well, I'm glad y'all enjoyed the story. Again, Jim Henson Storyteller. There's a whole bunch of them, and I rewatch it all the time. Ken bought the DVD set for me because he knows how much I love it. It's a really great little series, and yeah, the puppetry is fucking phenomenal. The storytelling's phenomenal. The Greek myths, were so.
Yeah.
But the storytelling, like with the fairy tales, is just delicious, wonderful. Combustican does not look like Combustican does indeed look like a dick.
Yes, I do.
It's straight up a dingus. It's just straight up
a ding dongus.
Straight up dick. This is so adorable, and I love it. I like.
I like version 3 the best.
Version 3 is the best, Ken. The second one's really cute too, but the third one's the best. As I've been studying Mandarin. Because I love like learning Chinese characters. I loved studying them when I was studying Japanese. But the word for turkey is fire chicken.
Hell yeah.
And
I thought that was goose, wasn't it? Oh no, I'm thinking penguin. Penguin is business goose. Excuse me.
Yes. Which is another great one.
Oh, yeah.
Like just how, and my favorite one for avocado is
alligator pear.
Is an alligator pear.
Yeah.
Just like, how do you describe this? I don't know, that avocado looks like an alligator and a pear. What's this turkey? I don't know. It's a very fiery, angry chicken.
Like what was shrimp again? It was like dragon
Dragon
lobster or something.
No, lobster is dragon shrimp.
That's what it was.
Yeah. It's really fucking great. It speaks to my German. Like, there's so much in German language too, like a der Waschbär, which is a raccoon, because it's a bear that washes its food, and I just love that. It just speaks to my. It just speaks to me. Yeah. Mia says, "It's so cute. This could be a plushie. It could.
It could.
No, you can't have the Red Cross to mean medical in game. It violates the Geneva Convention."
Oh, excuse me.
Oh man.
My Pokemon are my Pokemon commit war crimes. Then clearly.
The little plus sign's actually a cross in Germany.
Oh.
Like, instead of doing like the traditional Christian cross, it's a plus sign in Germany.
Oh, interesting.
I have a lot of weird crosses that are just plus signs that I got as kids, and I don't wear them anymore because I'm not Christian. But yeah, it was like, when I wore them when I was a Christian when I was a kid, people often thought they were like, "Are you studying to become a medical student?" Like, no, it's a German cross. I'm sorry, I'm weird because I'm German. And that was most of my childhood. Oh my god, this is so. This is
really
just.
Love this.
This is a Nurse Joy Torchic, and I love it. With a little bottle. But yeah, the reason why I told the whole story is because of the bottle. It makes me think of that. Like there's lots of fairy bottles and things in different mythologies and stories. The fairy doctoring.
Yeah.
It's just kind of what you would think of when you think of like a medicine woman. Or just like a witch doctor. I don't even like the word witch doctor. But like when you think of somebody who uses like natural plant medicines, someone like a medicine woman, like someone who you would go,
Dr.
or
Quinn, yes.
medicine person to go to for healing purposes. That was what a fairy doctor was, especially in Irish and the Celtic Islands mythology. So, did you make their eyes red?
Pink. Thank you. Because it's supposed to be a fairy type.
Pink eye is not a good look. They're supposed to be healing you, not spreading a disease that you get in fucking grade schools.
Wash your hands, quite frankly.
Yeah.
That's how you stop the spread of pink eye.
Oh, I don't like the pink.
Okay, well then I'll switch it up.
Okay. I'm vetoing that pink. I'm sorry, friends. If you like the pink, I'm sorry. I'm vetoing it. Maybe some Lello?
I'm going for just a nice little blue.
Blue is lovely.
Yeah. I like that.
But the pink on the body now looks weird.
Well, excuse me, princess.
You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fine. There.
Like a Lello. A Lello.
Okay. We'll just do like a faint little hint of yellow.
We got Sierra saying blue is good. Yes, I agree. Blue is good. Blue and red are lovely complementary colors.
Well, this feels very primary color.
Those blue feet are very blue.
They
this
are
is
very
like
blue.
a blue-footed booby.
Yeah, nice. Well then, let's just lighten them up.
Those blue eyes gaze right into your soul. I will make you feel better.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you know, always naysay.
It's just because those reds are so vibrant and the pastels with that vibrant red, it just seems a little strange to my eyeballs. But you know, I'm not a great artist.
Let's just give it a little lighter red then. How about that? Does this meet your tastes? Actually, I do like that.
Yeah.
That
And
feels
maybe
good.
the Lelo on the body is a little orange.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The orange on the body instead
Yeah.
of Lelos?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Change it to an orange.
Yeah, I'm speaking in silly cute speech.
Yes, you are
Yes.
very cute.
Thank you. Ania says this might be her favorite.
Aww.
I think it's my favorite too. We'll have to go over all of them.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
did do all 6, and we
I
went
did.
over time
We
to
did.
do them. So
I wanted to give myself a little extra time. So.
okay, this is lovely.
I'm
What's
really
this
happy
one's
with
name?
this. Biddy Early apparently isn't good enough.
Well,
now.
no, we gotta have a Pokemon name for
Pokemon
it.
name. It's like a nurse chick. Heel bird. What's a good name?
Biddy Burb. Biddy Borb. I kind of like Biddy Borb.
Biddy Borb. It's not round enough to be a Borb.
It could be.
Bird Orb Borb.
You just didn't make it more orb enough.
Clearly, that is a design problem on my end.
Yeah. I like Biddy Borb.
Biddy Borb feels good to me too.
Okay.
So let's start at not the first one I did, but the first on the list was a little Apple Knight, whom I love dearly.
But what's the name for this Apple Knight?
Wasn't it Conla Crisp?
Oh yeah,
we went with
Conla Crisp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Fetch, like
what's
kind of
this one's name?
So I was trying to go for like Pokemon, like the dog, like it bites you and then it can transform into whatever it bites for the Pokemon. What's a good
Fetch.
Fidditto?
Fetchitron.
You know what? No, we're going with Fetchitron. I know you don't normally go for nicknames on your Pokemon, but Fetchitron it is.
Perfect.
And y'all just saw Biddy Borb.
Biddy Borb. Are you fairy type?
Did right.
Our compass.
Circumambulate, the compass turtle, which I like. I probably would have colored it differently, but I felt like I spent a lot of time on the design for this one. So, but yeah, it's still solid. It's a fun little compass turtle. The Fin folk. Oh, I love this buddy.
It's a good one, yeah.
Such a good design. Right, and then
our little guy.
Gillydub, the Gillydub. Very Tangela. Trying to go for a bit of a Berserker vibe for the beard too.
Nia said that the looked like Courage the Cowardly Dog, the Fetchitron 5000.
I can see that. Kind of that purple dog look. Yeah, I totally see
Purple Puppins. Which one was your favorite, Kenji, and everyone in chat?
You know, I think Conla Crisp. Like, I had a very clear idea on what I wanted to do for that little Apple Knight. Like,
Apple Knight was good.
Really cute. I really loved that one.
I mean, that and the Torchic Nurse.
Yes, that was also very good.
The Biddy Borb.
I was pretty happy with how that one turned out.
This one's great too.
Oh yeah,
You know, but the Apple Knight, I really like that one. Yeah. I definitely want to I want to come back to this again.
I love
with
this
more
concept.
fairies.
Yeah, like we can do more fairy types. We have ideas for like other types based on like other myths. Like we could do fighting types based on like folk heroes. We could do
famous warriors.
Exactly. We could do all sorts of stuff for different types. Like we have ideas, and if you have ideas, leave them in the comments. We'd love to know.
Moxie says that this one frightens them.
It's going for like a Tangela Berserker kind of thing for this guy.
Nia liked the Apple Knight and the nurse Ducky.
Let's leave it on our little Apple Knight guy.
So we're always open for more suggestions,
absolutely.
ideas. You can always message us. Our socials are on the main page of how to get a hold of Ken and I, both on Instagram. All of our socials. We're mostly on Instagram, but Ken's also on Blue Sky and
Kara.
Kara, yeah, I'm also on Kara, but I need to post there more. I don't post there very much, but I should.
It is lovely because it is very focused on being all about human-created art. No AI art is allowed on that platform. It is a delight.
Yeah, fuck AI.
Yes, fuck AI.
But we're always open for some ideas and suggestions for chats, different ideas for things. We also have a gaming channel that we do, and we upload.
Jam and gaming.
Try to upload on Mondays, but
it's been a busy couple of weeks for us.
Yeah, we're a little behind schedule just because I moved my office out, and so there's a lot of other things going on. But so please make sure to follow us on Jam and Gaming. Follow us here, hit that bell, like that, subscribe, all of the things on YouTube.
Like that bell, that's okay too.
Yeah, you can like the bell. You can give it a little smooch. Just like ding ling ling. Is there anything else I'm forgetting, Kenji?
No, I think that covers it. Yeah. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for joining us live, and if you watched us recorded, thank you so much for coming all the way to the end. You get a special treat. So long and thanks for all the fish. So sad it had to come to this. I still didn't look up all the lyrics.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
So long, so long, so long. So long, so long, so long, so long.